Good morning, everyone. Welcome for our RTL online trainings. Let me introduce myself. This is Chandra. I'm the solution architect for Oracle Cloud Fusion applications from RTL online training. So in this session, we are going to talk about what are the different cloud projects we have and how the cloud projects will be started. That's what we are going to discuss. So I'll be keeping all these sessions in our YouTube as well as in our Google Drive. So whatever the batches you are attending. So first we'll discuss how the cloud projects will be started. That's the first session we are going to discuss. How the cloud projects will be started. So we know that ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. When any client is doing some business, let's say our client is heritage retail industry. Our client is heritage retail industry. So this client is doing the business in the retail sector. This client is doing the business in retail sector. To maintain their business operations, they want to use some ERP software. So they might be using some other ERP applications. They might be using some other ERP applications. Okay. So when Heritage decided to go for using this ERP application, what Oracle says, we have the Fusion applications ERP software, Fusion applications ERP application we have in different models. One is SaaS model, another one is PaaS model. SaaS means software as a service. SaaS means software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. In SaaS model, what clients can do is can do the setups. They can perform the setups. All functional setups can be performed. In PaaS model also, all functional setups can be performed. All functional setups can be performed in the PaaS model also. Here, technical, whenever it comes, technical development, there will be a difference. We can build the reports, no problem. We can develop the reports here. Then we can go for load the data. Means we can go for data loading. This all things can be done. If we look at our chart here, let me show you the chart here, SaaS and PaaS model. This is common for finance, human capital management, as well as for supply chain management. You work for any project, cloud project. So whenever you are working in the project, it will be either SaaS model or it will be a PaaS model. It will be a SaaS model or it will be a PaaS model. Any one of this. Okay, any one of this. Most of the projects, 90% of the projects are going on right now, SaaS model. Right now, 90% of the projects are going on SaaS model. Okay, we can call it as a public cloud also. We can call it as public cloud. Okay, so whenever we are joining in a project in the real time, we can ask our team leader, or they'll also tell us we are working with Fusion applications in the SaaS model. In the SaaS model, there won't be any DBA, even in PaaS model also. PaaS means platform as a service. Platform as a service. We call it as a private cloud. We call it as private cloud. This is private cloud and this is public cloud. Only 10% of projects are going on in the PaaS model right now. We don't have much projects. 90% of the projects are SaaS model. Okay. And there won't be any DBAs. When you talk about the cloud, there is no DBA from our client's point of view. Who will take care of the DBA operations? Oracle Corporation. Oracle Corporation will take care of all these DBA operations. All these DBA operations, Oracle will take care of it. And when you are in the SaaS model, for example, you are working as a human capital management functional consultant in the SaaS model. Your role will be functionally doing the setups, data migration mapping from legacy systems. Okay, so there won't be much technical role, only few technical things we will find over here. What is the difference between SaaS model and PaaS model? Maybe in the interviews also they may ask you which project you are working. I'm working for the client called Heritage Retail Industry. Okay, which version you are working? Oracle Fusion Release 13, 22B. That's the update you have to tell. That's the update you have to tell. Let me show you where do you find the version of the application. Here you can find this. Every quarter, there will be a changes in the product. The client is supposed to migrate to the latest version. Client is supposed to migrate to the latest version. Today, I think 22C will start, July. Every quarter, we will find, see, first 3 months, there will be a 22A, April, May, June, 22B, July, August, September, 22C, October, November, December. That's the 22C, D. 22 is nothing but our year, 2022. B means second quarter, C means third quarter, D means fourth quarter. So we are going to find over here it is. Okay, so that's what we have to say when they ask us in the interview point of view, or when you are working in the application also, you will come to know it. So most of the projects are going and SaaS model, there will be a more functional roles and a few technical things. Technically, only data reports development and reports customizations and data loading, data extractions, and simple personalizations we will find, and as well as the integrations. We'll find over here. If client says that I want to customize the product extensively, whatever the features provided by Oracle are not going to be satisfying my business requirement, I would like to go for customize the product extensively. In that scenario, we will be using the PaaS model. Client will go for PaaS model, platform as a service. PaaS model in the sense, platform as a service. It's a private cloud. So what Oracle will do is, in Oracle data centers, so cloud is nothing but it's a virtual servers. Where these servers are located? In the data centers. What Oracle has done, they have established data centers across the world in 39 regions. Around 38 to 39 regions, Oracle established the data centers. In those data centers, there will be supercomputers and cloud computing technology Oracle will be using. By using that cloud computing technology, they are providing the servers to the clients for tenant. When say client can make the payment the way they are going to use the server, the way they are using the server. They can pay monthly or yearly, or for 5 years, they can take an agreement. It depends on the requirement. It's either SaaS model or PaaS model, software as a service and platform as a service. Which scenario the clients will look for PaaS model is when the client wants to have the extensible customizations. Their business requirement is completely different compared to the standard business process. For example, you are creating an invoice. After creating the invoices, you want to run some program. Once the invoice is submitted for approval, you want to run some custom program, or you want to send some email to somebody else. Okay, based on some invoice amount, or based on supplier site, based on some specific input parameters, we would like to send that. Then we will be using this PaaS model, because it's a customization. Extensively, we have to customize the product. And some clients would like to build their own module also. We have seen finance module, supply chain management modules, human capital management modules, like different modules we have, right? But client wants to have something new module. For example, they wanted to have property management module. They want to have some construction database maintenance model. So in that scenario, the clients will go for PaaS model, platform as a service. It's a private cloud, means dedicated server will be allocated to the clients by the Oracle Corporation. Again, their DBS, Oracle DBS will be there. They'll take care of it. And the clients can recruit the technical developers and they can recruit the functional consultants. The functional role is common anywhere, whether it is in cloud or on premises, it is common. Okay. So then a technical developer can build the reports and customize the reports, load the data, extract the data, doing some personalizations, integrations, and they can build new pages. Like earlier ADF they were using, now we got VBCS. Now we got VBCS, Visual Builder Cloud Service. VBCS, it's a Visual Builder Cloud Service. So this VBCS pages will be deployed in Fusion applications. Earlier it was ADF. Now Oracle not recommending ADF pages. The moment when you open the page, for example, I'm trying to open some page here. All these pages are now this all pages comes as VBCS pages. For example, create order. This right. This all comes as a VBCS, Visual Builder Cloud Services option. We are going to have it here. It is okay, and you will have the access to FTP. You will have the access to FTP, file server. FTP is going to be here. It is. Yes, FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. So whenever we are working here, we will be uploading the files and downloading the files and try to integrate the data exchange between the applications. We'll be using FTP servers and database server access, read and write both. Right now also we have the database access, right? Where do we find database access? We will go to Navigator and go to Tools menu and go to Reports and Analytics. When we go for Reports and Analytics, we are entering into the BI environment, Business Intelligence Reporting environment. So here I can go for connect to the database here. We will be connecting to the database. It's taking, yeah. So go to create menu and we will be able to connect to the database here. When you connect to the database, you can write only select statement. It means you can read the data. You cannot perform any update or delete from this particular environment. So whenever you are working in the project, how you can connect to the database is the only environment is this from the reports and analytics. You will have only a read access when you are in the SaaS model. When I say read, you can write select statements, build a BI report. You can use OTBI subject areas and you can pull the data or extract the data from Fusion database into your output. Okay. So when it comes for PaaS model, platform as a service, we are using database server, both read and write. So you will be using some tools like SQL Star Plus, RTL SQL Developer, or Toad. Any of those tools we'll be using in the PaaS environment. There we will try to write the queries and build the packages, programs, write update statement, delete statement. We'll be able to work with the database, DML, DDL, all operations will be performed against the database. Okay. So that's the difference between the SaaS model and PaaS model, SaaS model and PaaS model. Okay. So now whatever the resume you are preparing nowadays as a functional consultant, most of the projects we can say this is a SaaS model, SaaS project we are working. So who is your client? Let's say your client is a retail industry, how many countries they have a business. In US, India, and UK, 3 countries they have a business. Okay, 3 legislations. You must be clear with all 3 legislation geography structure. When I say geography structure, address format. In UK, what is the address format? US, what is the address format? India, what is the address format? Okay, so where do you find that? When we enter into the applications here, you have to log in as implementation user. This is transactional user. This user does not have the access to the implementation. Let me do this here. You must enter into the FSM environment, functional setup manager here. Setup and maintenance here. And we can go for search here, geographies. You can go for load the geographies for US, Canada, and other countries. The geography loading is nothing but a data loading. Data loading. So when we go for manage geographies, we can find here manage geographies. And we would like to choose here country code US. Generally, Oracle provide the standard structure, whatever the structure your client, your country is following. Maximum countries will have standard format, right? So we will find here structure. But clients can go for add some more fields in case if they would like to do it. See, for US, state, county, city, postal code. That's the format. For example, you are telling in the interview point of view, let's say United Kingdom, UK format. United Kingdom here. GB is the country code. This is also important. Whatever the legislations you are mentioning in your resume, they will definitely ask you. They will definitely ask you what is the country code, and we can find the structure over here. This is United Kingdom, like this. Okay. So that's the first thing you have to remember when you go for the applications. Here it is. Okay. So this is the first one, cloud SaaS model and PaaS model, two different. When it comes for on-premises, we do not have any cloud project, any Fusion projects in on-premises. Complete 100% is a cloud. Oracle is not providing the Fusion applications on premises. On premises is nothing but client says that I don't want to use your servers. I have my own server. If you sell the Fusion applications software, ERP software licensed, I will take that, install in my server. My DBS will provide the service 24/7. I will go for do the same functional setups, technical setups, technical development, integrations, DB activities, everything will be on my control. I don't want to use your servers. That is what we call it as on-premises. But Oracle is not providing on-premises for Fusion applications at this point of time. It's a purely cloud ERP product. If client says that I want to have a dedicated server, let's go to PaaS environment. There you can go for extensively customize your product and extensively develop your product. according to your requirement. No restrictions in this environment. The product can be customized like as you requested. But when it comes for the SaaS model, the client has to follow Oracle standard business process. Some personalizations can be done and few extensions can be performed here, not much. Technically, reports point of view, no issue. You can build new report, you can customize, no restrictions over there. Data loading can be done, integrations can be done over here. Okay, so that's about the initial cloud, different types of environment projects. Okay, thank you.